The value of Wikipedia and the other Wikimedia projects is immeasurable. It is hard to imagine the continued functioning of this wonderful open knowledge platform without the underlying support of the Foundation, though, be it financial, technical, or otherwise. Spending should continually be reviewed and evaluated to ensure it provides value for the community.
The Foundation is inefficient in its use of budget compared to its accomplishments, and this is something I've long wanted to see improved. The Foundation could also do a lot more to support the community through funding and community-focused programs. I was part of the former Funds Dissemination Committee, which was reviewing the budgets of larger Wikimedia affiliates. The FTC also provided feedback on the Foundation's annual plans over the years, which was unfortunately not followed up on. I would like to see the Foundation follow its own requirements for affiliates by sharing detailed annual plans and budget information on Wiki. These should be subject to a substantial community consultation, including external review by a grants committee. This model has been shown to significantly benefit affiliates over the years. After these reviews, affiliates are far more effective at demonstrating they are providing value for money for the Wikimedia movement, particularly compared to the Foundation.
I have seen many opinions, and many people will have ready answers. For some, of course, it does provide value. It keeps up Wikipedia, and the knowledge and this website are priceless. For others, of course, it is less so. These people will say that the real value is provided by volunteers, or that the Wikimedia Foundation output, in terms of the software, volunteer support, or collaborations, is far from being satisfactory. The problem is, however, that I can't give you the definite answer, because I simply don't know. For that, you would need to ask communities and at least discuss SMART goals. The problem is, the Foundation is not so great in setting public SMART goals and then reporting its performance metrics. Then, of course, in a regular company, one could discuss profits. But we are not a regular company. We are a non-profit, so financial reports will not help us much here. WMF publishes stories, but these stories are not much for over $150 million budget. So I think the Wikimedia Foundation should improve in public discussion on its key goals, and then checking its performance every year. I know that the evaluation by the FDC was a difficult experience in the past for the whole WMF, but we should improve processes and not lower the bar. Strategic goals to be met by 2025 or 2030 are not enough to get the feedback and accountability. So, as the Board of Trustees member, I would encourage more public goal setting and regular checking performance. This would be good for WMF.
That is a complex question. It depends how you define value and how you interpret the budget. But after 3 years on the board, to me, there's no question. I believe that the Wikimedia Foundation is definitely serving the community and the larger movement. It keeps the servers going. It is addressing and is responsible for a large range of topics, which is, compared to other tech companies and nonprofits, is quite unparalleled. Can we do better? Definitely. And I believe actually we have improved our service and our transparency, which is part of why I joined the board in the first place, and also why I am hoping to be re-elected, because I want to see through some long-term processes that I've either led myself or have been involved in, and I want to see them come to fruition. So to me, the question is not really whether there is value to the community, but rather what can we do to improve the understanding of what WMF is doing? And I'd like to mention 3 things. One is better definition of the roles and responsibilities of the Wikimedia Foundation. So making sure people know what to expect, what is within our role and responsibilities and what is not, what is within our scope and what is not. And of course, making sure that parts that are not addressed by the Wikimedia Foundation find new owners within the movement. In that sense, tying the Wikimedia Foundation's annual plan to the movement strategy has been critical. Also, the mapping exercise that Mariana Iskander, our CEO, did when she joined the foundation was important. And overall, just improving the way that the Wikimedia Foundation is operating, improving the structures and stability will allow us to give better service to the movement overall. The second is being transparent and communicating how and why decisions are made. We've improved on that and will continue to do so with mechanisms such as the Community Affairs Committee and community consultations, but we need to keep developing and working on that and finding new mechanisms, for instance, to gain feedback from the community. The third and maybe most important thing to me is finding new and better ways to addressing community needs. To me, for example, the community wish list is simply not enough. There needs to be actual ownership, either by the Wikimedia Foundation, the Global Council, or affiliates or other future entities for specific tasks and services that we all need, whether it's outreach tools or whether it's capacity building and training for all affiliates and volunteers.
Thank you. This is kind of tough, but then I believe transparency is the core objective of the Wikimedia Foundation, and everything related to budgets is always in the limelight for volunteers to give feedback on or to give their comments, their suggestions, or ask questions. So with this being said, I feel it goes a long way in providing value for the community and also supporting the community. Thank you.
Does the Wikimedia Foundation provide value for the community in proportion to its budget? Absolutely. Zooming out, the WMF runs a top 10 website at a fraction of the cost that it takes Google, Facebook, and others. This alone is a significant value to the community. But we can do better than hold the WMF accountable to the same standards of big tech giants. Now, the real question is whether the WMF could be doing more with its existing budget, to which I also say, absolutely. As I explained earlier, I hope moving to a model of bottom-up prioritization will help with this, giving editors and staff on the ground a larger say in which projects and tasks are prioritized and resourced. I hope that by moving in such a direction, we will be able to increase the value that the WMF provides to the community without needing to increase its budget.